What's up, guys? Welcome back to another workout. Today we are going to train some back. Last time you guys got an insight to how I'm training legs as we prepare for the 2019 Mr. Olympia contest. Today it is June 25th and we are approximately 11 weeks or so out from the contest, and we're going to get after some back. So you guys know I love to train back. So I'm going to give you guys an insight of how I'm training as I prepare for this contest. I'm building a little bit more thickness. As you guys already know, I always talk about in my videos about, my back is already wide. I've already been something that I've already had as a strength. So I've been focusing a lot on getting more density back there. So today you guys will see me get a chance to do some heavier rows, some heavier compound movements that are actually geared toward building a denser back as opposed to just building width. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up with a lot of talking. I know I'm ready to train. It's 8 p.m. I've been waiting all day to get in the gym. So obviously my energy is up. So I'll get some talking tips in as we're getting going training, but I'm ready to go. I hope you guys enjoy this workout and give it a shot, and let's get after it. All right, guys, so first we're gonna start off with a pull down. You guys know I've used these mag grips quite a few times in videos in the past. So I'm gonna start with this mid grip, and it's gonna be an overhand grip. So it's nothing too complicated. It's just to get a good stretch, get some blood flowing, get me nice and opened up. So on these pull downs, of course, I'm gonna start with a little bit lighter weight. Like I said, you guys know I'm big on getting warmed up. So you'll notice when I'm doing this and any of the movements all throughout this workout, I don't know, you focus on driving my elbows back. So when doing pull downs, you'll see when you're pulling down, your arms are gonna be tempted to either flare out if you don't keep them controlled and keep them tight in to drive the elbows down. So when you're trying to target those lats, just make sure you keep your elbows tight, and that's the direction that you're driving down instead of letting them open up and actually getting away from targeting them, the part of the back that you want to hit. Just make sure you keep those elbows in and just use them as guides. And they basically just come straight down right along your side and you'll hit your lat perfect. Drinking my iron juice out of my Iron Man cup. That was 3 set drop step, 30 reps. Start with a max weight, drop about 20%, then another drop 20%, 10 reps each time. Usually do that on the last set of the exercise. May not be all of them, but at least starting out. It's a good way to get a lot of blood going real quick. All right, guys, now we're gonna do a version of a barbell bent over row, right? So in order to save my lower back, because I am gonna do rack pulls here in just a little bit, I'm gonna use this bench. So it's gonna be chest supported. But what you'll notice is I'm not gonna allow my chest to come up off of here. So it's gonna be all back. It's strictly isolated back because, as you know, doing a bent over row, sometimes you could be tempted to kind of want to raise upright a little bit as your lower back gets tight going through the heavier weight. So on this, keeping my chest on this pad completely eliminates that. So you'll notice the weight may not be as heavy, but you'll see that my back is being isolated very well. So it actually feels really good. I've done something like that previously in the past, but it's all based on the type of bench that you have, if you're able to actually pull it up and contract. These benches here at Raw Gym on the underside are a lot thinner, so it allows me enough room to actually pull the weight up and actually squeeze. So some benches are a little bit thicker on the bottom, and you don't really get a chance to drive your elbows past your body to really contract the back. So as you guys can see, we made a makeshift barbell stand. This way, if you're lifting with someone, you don't have to worry about trying to struggle to get the weight up into the start position. So it's set on a dumbbell or even a little step ladder or something if you have. And that way, once you pick the weight up, you can just move it out of the way. Here's a little helpful tip. So if you guys notice, my tempo through that is really controlled even on a negative. This way the time and attention is longer than normal, as if I was to just sit there and pull it at a faster pace. So slow the momentum down and you'll feel it on both sides of the movement. Like I said, that may not look like a lot of weight, but give it a try and only isolate your back. Keep your feet flat. Keep your chest on the pad, and you'll see how effective it really is. Biceps burn out. Back was still good for a few more reps, but biceps get tight. There's nothing you can do about that. I probably should be using my straps, Versa grips, but I'll put them on here shortly. Whatever it is I'm doing, it's working. So I got to keep on doing that. That's a good exercise, guys, trust me. Give that one a try. And really concentrate on feeling it. Don't just stack a bunch of weight on there. You see, I just had 325s on there. I could have went heavier, but I wanted real strict movement and I wanted higher volume in reps. So I chose to go a little bit lighter for the sake of actually bodybuilding and not powerlifting. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do now is a version of an isolated row. So instead of using dumbbells like I traditionally would do, I'm gonna use this landmine, right? But I'm gonna use this bolt attachment. I probably used this previously before in another video for you guys who haven't seen me use it. Like I said, it isolates one side. So it really gives a really, really good stretch. I'm gonna do this instead of doing the traditional dumbbell row. So if you guys have this in your gym, y'all take advantage of it, or you can go online and order this attachment, I'm sure, from a website or something. And because of the setup of this, you're gonna wanna use some 25-pound plates, because having the 45s and the position that you have to use for this, 45s might actually get in the way, might hit your leg or something like that. So I'm just using these 25s, and that way it gives me enough room to stretch all the way out throughout the movement from the bottom to the top. Tell you what, man, this is a lot heavier than a 100-pound dumbbell row. harder than I anticipated. Feels good, but tough. It's just different because you guys know you're doing a dumbbell row. You kind of get that little freedom of movement. But with this, being slightly behind you, it makes you keep that elbow back. So you're all back. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this little superset that I like to do. It's just switching grips basically. So I'm gonna go from traditional wide grip pull down over here, and I'm gonna come over and do this underhand hammer strength pull down. So this is all one set. So basically you try to get 10 to 15 reps here with a good squeeze, and then match that same thing over here on the hammer strength. So you guys can see through both of those movements, I was dropping my elbows down on the wide grip and then straight back on the hammer strength. So if you do that, like I said, you should get a real good squeeze in your back. And now that I'm kind of on the downside of the workout, minus the rack pulls, these kind of movements are good since my back's already filled with blood. And the goal at this point, of course you want to stay pretty heavy, but the contraction is going to be really important. So once you come towards the end of the workout, some people will lift heavier movements or heavier weight, and you don't really get that good form because, especially training back, your forearms get tight, biceps are tight. Your back's going to suffer a little bit because arms are going to be filled with so much blood that it's going to be hard to move if the weight's too heavy. So when you're picking a weight, just make sure it's something that's good enough to make you work for it, but not too heavy to where you can't squeeze and contract. All right guys, so now we're gonna go to a dumbbell pullover. Arms are really pumped, so try to give them a chance to relax before I start these rack pulls, because that's ultimately gonna be the last exercise. Yeah, I know it seems weird to do rack pulls at the end, but my back's already pumped. I don't have to go crazy with 4, 5, 6 plates or whatever to target the muscle group. So probably do 1, 2, 3 plates, probably max out at 315 because that's strictly to target the lower back. So, but like I said, first I'm gonna get into these dumbbell pullovers to build some thickness, more thickness in the lats. So you're doing those front shots, or just in general, if you wanna get a little bit more muscle right here, that's what these pullovers are gonna target. So that's more of an old school movement, you know, before we had all these pullover machines, but it's really effective if you do it right. So for me, when I'm doing that exercise, what I like to do is kind of let the dumbbell go right over the top of my head. I have a very slight bend in my elbows. This way, it actually stretches the lat right here. And then when I'm pulling back forward, I just drive forward with the elbows again. So my arms aren't completely straight. I don't really worry about squeezing my chest. It's only, all the tension should be right up under here. So lever your elbows, and it's just in a smooth motion, just like that. You're just laying down when you do it. I started with 70 pounds, just because, you know, I wanted to get a good feel for the movement. And of course, I'll increase the weight as I go up and go along in the sets. All right guys, last but not least, gonna get to some rack pulls. So arms are really fatigued at this point, but I'm gonna put these straps on, these Versa grips, and try to get as much out of this movement as I can before I finish up. Definitely makes a difference when your arm's tighter. Just feel a little bit more pulling, as opposed to if you did these earlier in the workout. Shit's hard, man. Guys, right pulled at the end of the workout, 315 for like 400 pounds. Then we are controlling it. That makes it that much more difficult. Normally I don't make noise, but that was hard. Okay. Yeah. Straps come off. You guys know what that means. I'm done. So I hope you guys got a pretty good idea of what I wanted you to see through this particular back workout. Like I said, it was a couple of pull down movements, high volume, a couple of different row variations between the bench barbell row, the one arm with the bolt attachment, using a landmine, of course, pullovers, ending with these rack pulls. So there's a total of about 6-7 exercises. It was a lot of reps. I didn't really keep count of the reps because I just kind of wanted to go into a failure, which obviously I did that last set. I was about took everything I had. So, like I said, you guys try to work out. Y'all really focus on those elbows. I can't stress that enough. Driving those elbows back, driving them down, squeezing your back through every rep. That's how you're gonna build that back. So until next time, guys, got 11 more weeks to work to the 2019 Mr. Olympia contest. It's a very tired Patrick Moore signing out. I'll see you guys next time.